Hi, this is Mr. Urrego again, and right now we're gonna learn or review how to sketch the graph of a linear inequality. What I'm doing, I'm reading here on the right side. Okay, sketch the graph of a linear inequality. I have it on my left over here, the linear inequality. Y is greater than or equal to 1/5 of x minus 4. Okay, to make it simple, I think the best way, or at least for me right now, is to turn that inequality into an equation. Alright, because I have to graph the linear equation. I need to graph the line first of all, and what turns into an inequality is that I need to shade after that half of the plane. Okay, that my line is going to divide the whole plane into two halves. So let's one step at a time. That inequality I turn into an equation. Now this equation is in slope-intercept form, which helps a lot. From there, I know that whatever is in front of the x is going to be my slope. Okay, 1/5. Oh my god. Okay, let's see, 1/5. Let me write it better. 1/5. Whatever is after the x, that's going to be your y-intercept. So my y-intercept is going to be -4. When you're graphing, the first thing you do is you plot your y-intercept. So let's make a graph. Now that I have my graph, the first thing when I'm graphing a linear equation, the first thing that I do is I plot the y-intercept, which stands for the b stands for y-intercept. So the y-intercept is -4. Like I said, y-intercept, that means I want to go into the y-axis where the y is -4, which is right here when I'm pointing at. So I'm gonna put that's my first point. Okay. The second point, I use my slope. I know that my slope, I'm going to put it on the right, is 1/5, but it's the same as rise over run. That means your rise is 1, and then your run is 5. Because the rise is positive, then the rise will go to the right. I'm sorry, to the top. Up, alright? Rise is vertical movement. If it's positive, it goes up. If it's negative, it goes down. The run, in this case, is +5, so I'll go to the right. Okay, so rise, I go 1 up, and then run, I go 5 to the right. Where do I start? I start at my y-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to go 1 up the rise, and then 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here will be my second point. Again, start the y-intercept, 1 up, and 5 to the right. And that will be my second point. There you go. Okay. Now I have the 2 points which I'm able to draw the line. Before I draw the line, I need to go back and check the inequality symbol. If the inequality symbol has an equal underneath, which is in this case, is going to be a solid line. If by any chance the inequality symbol is less than without the equal underneath, then your line will be a dash line. Okay, so right now it's solid because I have an equal underneath. Therefore it's a solid line. So I'm going to connect my 2 points, and I'm going to draw a solid line. So now I'm halfway. This is my line. Okay, now to be an inequality, I need to shade, because I have an inequality, I need to shade either the top of this line or the bottom of this line. Okay, this line is dividing my plane into two halves, one towards the top and one towards the bottom. I need to shade one of the two sides. To do that, I normally check one of the points on either side. I'm going to check a point over here, which is 0, 0. So I'm going to check that point on the inequality, on the original inequality. So I'm going to choose my point here, 0, 0. That's my coordinates, 0, 0. The first value belongs to x, and the second value belongs to y. And I'm going to bring it, and I'm going to plug it into the inequality. Okay, I made everything a little bit smaller, so I have space over here on the left. to check the inequality, which I'm going to do right now. I brought my inequality again. Here's the inequality, and the point that I'm going to check is 0, 0, and that is going to be on the top of my line. Okay, so I'm going to check it. I'm going to plug these values into the inequality, and I check 0, 0 because it's the easiest values to check. So the y is 0 greater than 1/5 times 0, which is, times x, which is 0 minus 4. 0 on the left, 1/5 times 0 is 0 minus 4. 0 on the left, 0 minus 4 is negative 4. Now, quick question, is 0 greater than or equal to negative 4? Yes, it came out to be true. Alright, yes. Therefore, if this is my line, okay, this is my line, and I'm checking a point on the top of it, I'm checking here, and this side came to be true, then my shade is going to go from my line towards the top, from my line towards the top, to whatever my side is true, okay? If I want to double check a point on the other side, which I'll do right now, just to double check, most likely, and you know, it has to, not most likely, we have to get a false on this side, okay? Because one side is going to be false and one side is going to be true, and you always shade the side that is true, okay? Let me erase this, and then let's plug a value over here. I'm going to try to make spaces. You know what? Hold on for a minute. Okay, I just said that my shade is going to be on the top, alright, which is this. I just erased a little bit of things. If you need to go back and, you know, and see the other point, you can just go back to the video. Now I'm going to check a point underneath, alright, to double check that this is going to be false. I'm going to check this point over here, negative 6, in the y-axis, which is the coordinates are going to be 0 in x, negative 6 in y. Okay, again, remember the first value is x, the second value is y. I'm going to plug that into the y and the x. So the y is negative 6, so let's go negative 6 is greater than 1/5 of x, which is 0 minus 4. Negative 6 on the left, 1/5 times 0 is 0 minus 4. So I have negative 6 that is greater than negative 4. Is that true? No, false. So as you can see, one side is going to be true, which is my top, and that's where the shade is, and the other side is false. You don't shade the side that is false. You don't shade that, you shade the other one. Okay? I hope I explained it. Thank you very much. Bye.